What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today is the day after rune removal day. I actually spent the whole entire day yesterday going over my runes and just switching them around. I didn't really use any rune optimizing tools, like everyone else does, or real pro players do. I got too lazy. I was gonna do it the day before, but I tried to enter one rune and I gave up immediately. I was like, okay, I can't do this. It's gonna take too long. But hopefully this month I'll have time to do that. And next rune removal day I can, um, actually use the best runes on my units. But I think most of them are pretty well runed. At least the units I really need them are runed. So I'm gonna go through them really fast as promised. Uh, Basically just showing off all the runes for the units that I use. So Kona is on Violent, Endure, Speed, HP. These are his stats. Megan is on Swift Revenge. I mainly use her for Dragon Speed 10. Speed, HP, Accuracy. Theomars is on Violent Blade. Attack, Crit Damage, Attack. Orion is actually one of the new units I'm runing up. I don't have all his runes maxed out, but I do plan to use him for my defense. He's a very different Orion. I'm actually trying this experimental strategy. I don't know if any other like top players use or have tried it before, but it mainly involves using two sets of Nemesis and like making your Orion tanky. Mainly because I don't have a speed leader, I kind of have to do this. I have to go after the enemy goes and maybe try to cut in front or something like that. And hopefully I can do a two sets of Nemesis and Will runes. Ideally, I would want like really high resistance, really high speed, and have him like on one set of Nemesis, and maybe I think I still need Nemesis and Will, because I'm not confident that I'll be going first before the enemy, uh, and that's why I have the Nemesis runes. But we'll see how this works out once once it's reset day. My McKean is on some random runes. She's on Swift Blade. I think this crit rate rune's not even leveled up. I will level up at some point when I'm using her. HP, crit rate, HP. Talc, I use him for TOA on some levels. Sometimes I pair him up with Basalt. I go like double Mammoth, Basalt plus Talc, and he's on triple HP for the heals. Busa, I have him on HP, crit damage, HP on Violent Blade. So he's kind of like a bruiser-ish DPS single target character that can provide immunity. It's too bad he doesn't have any speed, because I can't really afford to use my speed runes on him. He just has leftover runes. Camilla is one of the units I use on my defense. I didn't switch Camilla's runes on, like really. She has the same runes as before, but I think they're pretty good. Just like violent, revenge, attack, crit damage, attack. My Verd is on defense, defense crit rate HP. I kind of like him like this for when I need to use him for TOA, because you don't really need him like super fast, but you kind of need him this tanky to survive on higher floors of TOA. And it kind of works for Dragon Speed 10, so I don't need to switch his runes to speed on 2. It's like most of my units are fast enough, so I don't really need him to just always pull attack bar. I don't need to rely on that. Bretta's runes haven't changed for like ever. Speed, HP, accuracy, Despair, energy, Spectra, Swift, Nemesis. I think it's defense, HP, or HP, defense, accuracy. They're not even maxed out, but I beat TOA hard with him, so doesn't really matter. Tessarian's on Violent Nemesis as well. Speed, defense, HP. I think speed, defense, HP. Wait, did I show his stats? Yeah, these are his stats. He's not super tanky, but it works. I mainly just use him for guild battles sometimes when I need to counter certain comps. Draco, I haven't used him in like the longest time. He's on Will, Despair, Will. Speed, HP, defense. I use him sometimes like in guild battles when I need armor break and immunity, like where I can't really afford to lose immunity, but I need all my other like units to survive, and I can't bring and like I have Bella on the other team or something, so I kind of need like the one turn armor break if I need to try to kill tankier units like Jasoon or something like that. I use Draco. Trevor is like my old Trevor again. I switched my Wu Surgeons back to Trevor. I also use the Rhines from this Hall of Hero to max skill him. So yeah, this is my Trevor. He's pretty strong, I would say. Crit rate is pretty high from subs. Vampire Nemesis. I mainly use him to solo Shrika Hella. He used to do it in 1.5 minutes, but I think with the skill ups he can do it even faster now. Colleen's also one of the units I'm using on my defense. She is on Violent Will, Speed HP, I think. Yeah, Speed HP, and she has 90% resistance. This is mainly to like counter, possibly counter Galleon teams, because I have like 1 layer of Will. So if you want to armor break me, you kind of have to remove the will and have a chance to resist the will, and then after the will you have to try to land the armor break and have a chance to resist that as well. So kind of my defense against Galleon. I would actually still her on like 2 sets of Nemesis. This way I can just cut in front of everyone after I take the first nuke. I don't think I need to, because like if Colleen gets armor broken, she's pretty much gonna die in 1 AoE. So there's no point having her on Nemesis. I mainly use Nemesis because I don't have a speed leader. You know, I have to kind of rely on that to survive like the AoE crazy shit that they're throwing in. And my Chloe, I have some random runes on her. She's not really a priority right now. Although you know Chloe is my favorite monster, but it's sad because she's not meta anymore. I just have her on some random Swift runes so I can still kind of use her for guild battles and stuff. My Ursha, I actually got a pair of usable runes on him. He's on Despair Focus, HP, Defense, HP. And I used him to try and clear TOA Hard 80 like 2 months ago, the Artemel stage. Didn't really work out, but he's still a pretty nice AoE attack power debuffer on Despair. This is like a 3-turn cooldowns. It's actually not bad. Only regret is actually raising the fire one instead of the dark one. I think the dark one probably would have worked a little bit better. But he does have that nice AoE provoke and the counterattack, and then his first skill also decreases attack bar, so he can decrease attack bar every time he counterattacks if he lands the provoke. So he actually provides better CC if everything lands well. Shannon haven't changed around in like forever. She's still on like defense HP or HP defense accuracy and violent focus. Bernard I actually switched around quite a lot. I don't think I can use Bernard for TOA anymore. He's on full attack now. This rune removal actually made me realize that I don't have the best Swift runes. This is probably my best set of Swift runes. I actually have a set of violent runes that's like faster than this, and that's pretty sad. So this is my Bernard. Well, almost as fast, I think. I can go like 110 speed on violent if I put all my fastest violent runes together. But this is, you know, this is my limit as on Swift runes. He's still an okay-ish Bernard. I have him on full attack now. I was planning to maybe use him for AO in the future. That's why I switched him to this. But you know, Bernard being this slow probably won't work well in Guardian. Probably won't get me into Guardian, so I'm still trying. I need to make a nuker team next. But I did get some nice things completed this month. This is my Orang, my new Necros unit. I have her on Violent Revenge, Attack, HP. I put 1 HP slot on all my units that I use for Necros. My Yen is on HP, crit rate, attack. You know, I put 1 HP slot on all of them, 100% crit rate for the dots and stuff. My Wuchi I rarely use anymore. He's still on his same runes, like defense, HP, accuracy, with a little bit of speed subs. You know, just so he get some turns. My Xingze is like my newest defense unit as well. I'm using him for defense again. I boosted his resistance to 90%, and I use him on HP, crit damage HP right now. I'm gonna max out all these, like, you know, 2, 4, and 6 slot runes eventually. starting with my AD units probably. And yeah, I've actually found out that Shingzo is way stronger when you actually put some HP on him. He dies a lot less, and he still does decent amounts of damage, so it's pretty good. My Mev is on Violent Focus, still the same runes. Like he doesn't really need any speed. You want him to go last, and like TOA hard units are so slow, so he's actually they're not super slow, but I already have like slow and attack bar decrease on my other units, so pretty much he's always gonna go first before them. And I can just reset my other unit skills, and then they can keep attack bar decreasing, so it doesn't really matter how fast he is. He's just on some tanky runes just so he can survive. Boosting his accuracy is nice just so he can like provoke and stun and stuff. I still need one more skill up. Oh yeah, I got my Neil's runes fixed up. This is probably the ideal way you want to rune Neil for TOA hard, to counter the dark levels. One set of Nemesis, just so if they go first, because a lot of times they will be going first if your Neil's like not that fast. The Nemesis can help her cut in from some of the Yetis, and then she can cast her shield. And the Revenge is to stun the Yetis when they attack you. Will is just so you don't get stunned, because there's like a Dark Golem stage, and the Dark Golem might stun you on the first turn, so the Will counters that. So she's on Will, Nemesis, Revenge. My Bella is on the same runes as before. I didn't really switch my Bella around. I kind of made my Darien usable. He's on Violent Blade, HP, triple HP. Yeah, he's on triple HP Violent Blade. He has pretty high crit rate, not the highest crit damage, but he has decent amount of HP. So I guess I can use him for Gilgals in the future. I got a set of runes that's usable on Amin. These are like my old Verd runes. I didn't really have anyone else to put them on, so I put them on Amin, since I have this like crit rate rune, and that can easily boost my Amin to 100% crit and an okay amount of HP and some speed. Like the speed is pretty nice. My Eridos is the same runes. I didn't really switch them around. Despair, Focus, Speed, HP Defense. Vermos I think I switched this rune, so he's like a little bit faster now. I think I took out his good runes and gave them to Chloe or something, and now I kind of just switched them back. These two runes don't really have much speed on them, so I guess I need to switch them in the future but Vermos is kind of out of the meta, so it doesn't really matter. Zinc is Despair, Focus, Defense, HP. He actually has like a very good balance of HP and defense, so you can kind of like boost it either way. I would like to use the defense, but I happen to have HP ones lying around, so I use the HP ones instead. It doesn't really matter that much. My Basalt is the same runes as before. Violent Focus, Defense, HP. Arang, this isn't Arang, this is Shihua. I get them mixed up sometimes. I actually had two Shihua, and it worked out really well because I took all their runes and gave them to some other units, and they actually had some leftover runes, and it made it like a perfect set. So I made this perfect set of runes for Shihua. Perfect as in each slot fits each slot, and it's all the main stats that they need. My Lucian, this is I guess my new Lucian that I might be using later. This crit damage rune isn't maxed out, but I already got like 83% crit rate on this. I think I have two better blade runes or something. Like Theomars has one for this slot, and I think I can switch this slot to maybe a different crit rate rune. Although this one has 13% crit, I might not want to switch it off, and 10% crit damage. Yeah, I'll only lose 10% HP anyways, so I mean attack anyways. It's not that important. So this is like Lucian that I might raise this month, because I think it's time. It's about time I raise my Lucian. I had Lucian for like the longest time. It's probably been like 10 months since I pulled Lucian, and I still haven't 6-starred him. He's probably coming next. Michelle I still use with Neo for TOA hard. I got a different set on her. I just use like Guard, Energy, Broken set, just because I have these two runes left over from before. and speed, HP, defense, and just made her like as tanky as possible. I might 6-star Michelle in the future just because I don't have a very strong reviver that can like survive in dungeons and keep everyone alive. She might be a pretty good choice. Fuko's also on my Necros team. I use him for, I use him, yeah, use him like even if he's 5-star. He's already pretty tanky with his passive, and he actually was able to rune him full attack because of his passive. So he's on like triple attack, violent revenge. This Orochi I was planning to use for Necros before, but I actually couldn't fit him in because people kept dying without 2 healers. So I kind of had to use Bella and Colleen. But Orochi is like violent blade, attack, crit rate, attack on 100% attack. You know, pretty high attack, 75% accuracy from subs. So I think that's pretty high. My second Lucian, wait, my second Lucian's on random runes. I don't have him like, you know, ready for anything yet. So I'm gonna show my new Necros team. I guess it's kind of like the only thing I actually got completed this time. Wait, no refresh. So originally I ruined everyone with full attack, and they weren't able to survive. Arang and Yin wasn't able to survive, so I had to switch them to you know, one of their slots to HP, and that made my runs like 100%. Before it wasn't like sometimes they could do it, but sometimes the boss pulls my Yin, and then you know how Yin is on Violent is like really insane. It's her passive plus Violent plus the revenge procs makes her go like 7-8 times in a row, and that is like too scary. My units cannot handle that shit, and my other units can't handle that shit. So I had to kind of make everyone a little bit more tanky and give Yin a bit less damage, or else she would kill my team when she gets pulled over. So this run's actually pretty fast. I think I should have timed it, but it's around 3 minutes or so, I think. If I start counting now, it should be like 3 minutes-ish. I'm planning to make like a Necros guide-ish video. You might not be able to make the exact same team I'm using, but I kind of get the idea of how to make a team for this dungeon, you know, after making one myself. The main things you need are lots of slows. Slow is very important against this boss, because you know, PvE is all about turn advantage. It's all about getting more turns than the enemy, and the only way you can kind of get any sort of turn advantage in this dungeon because of the passive of the boss is to have slow debuff, and that's why slow is so important. You got to keep slow on the boss 100%, or else he gets more turns, and you know, you get less turns. You just do less things. You know, with less turns, you don't heal as much. You don't apply as much debuffs. You don't do as much damage to him. And that just, you know, ends up hurting you and stuff in the long run. So you gotta make sure you keep this slow on him always. And Necros, you know, you need multi-hit units to break his shield. Probably one of the most important things. And please land the slow. Alright, nice. Alright, once you get the slow on the boss, it's a lot easier, because you're going to be able to get a lot more turns before he gets one. So this team has glancing, attack debuff, slow, armor break, 2 heals, and attack buff. So it's got like pretty much all the types of defensive debuffs that you need, and it's got damage. It's got a little bit of dots from Yin, and it's got armor break, anti-healing. You know, anti-healing is really strong against the Necro boss. So this is pretty much a team that has like everything that you need for the boss. You can kind of do this, or you don't actually need all these debuffs. You kind of just need the slow. You gotta make sure you have armor break, and I think that's pretty much it. Like anything else is kind of a bonus. Alright, so sometimes the boss revives. It's a little bit annoying. I used to think that like I fail quite a lot more if she revives. Yeah, I put Yen on like 1 slot HP, so she's a lot less scary now. She used to do some really crazy shit, like violent proc 8 turns in a row, and revenge proc every single time you hit her. And that's pretty bad news. And also violent helps, because more turns equals more turns to break the shield, and more kind of pseudo turn advantage, you know, just to get your team more turns. And nice vampire rune time solid. I don't know, I kind of don't really need any more like resistance or HP or random vampire runes like that anymore. And I guess I'll show my defense team on offense on auto or something like that. I actually failed that. That was actually really sad. This is what they do. They might fail this, you know, but this is just to show what they do on defense. Like they're not even, the runes aren't even maxed out, so it's not like, it's not the best. But Ryan did like dumb things. He didn't wait. Oh wait, never mind. He used his thing. And this is kind of like the old-fashioned combo team as like before, but I kind of use Nemesis and Will and really high resistance to try to counter Galleon and you know, those crazy wombo combo teams. Possibly Double Lucian. The only way I could think that like Double Lucian might not work is if my Aquila, or not Aquila, Orion can cut in front of the second Lucian, pull the attack bar up, and then attack buff with Colleen, and then like possibly my team can go, and even if the second Lucian goes, my Camilla and my Xingzhou would be healed up enough to, you know, to survive the nuke from the second Lucian, and they might be able to just like 2v4 or 2v3 with the help of the tower, and that might get me a win. There's a lot of RNG involved on auto mode, so that you can't like counter everything. But they do pretty well on auto, you know, they work, synergize pretty well on this team. I would still like to use Chasun instead of Colleen, but I don't have Chasun raised up. Colleen does have a really nice like AoE heal if your units are mostly tanky, because it's like percent heal. Doesn't matter that much. I actually lost a few defenses. You know, you can't win everything. You know, you win a few, lose a few. These ones I got after switching my defense team. So we'll see how it goes on reset day. If it's like super bad, this is, I don't know if anyone else tried this before, because I don't see anyone else doing this. But I kind of just thought of this up. I theory crafted and I made some shit up. I don't know if it's gonna work. If it doesn't work, I might just have to suck it up and make my Orion super fast, because that's the only way I can compete in if I try to raise higher. And also I need to make an AO team this month and get my Necros team 100%. I think it's 100% now. It hasn't failed yet, so maybe I don't need to touch that. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's the end of the video. I'm going to be making a Giants B10 video again, because there's a lot of people asking questions on my old Giants B10 videos, and it's like really outdated, kind of. So I kind of need to make a new one, and yeah, that's probably my next like big project. I kind of want to make maybe not make a super long Giants B10 video guide like before, but make a series of videos or something. We'll see how it goes. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.